Hello everyone, my name is amin.dannak and welcome to part 2 of the cowsay and cowthink complete guide. In this video, we will be talking about two more options of cowsay that help us customize the cowsay even more. And also, we will learn the concept of piping and also an interesting command that can tell us epigrams. Before we start using these new options, I want to talk about piping. Let's say we want to print something in the terminal. All we have to do is using a command named echo. Echo, hello, world. That's it. Okay. Now, let's say we want to pass the string that is being printed on terminal to some other command. And here's where the piping comes in. So all we have to do is just type the command we usually type, and we can pipe it using this pipe command into, for example, cowsay. And we have it. It's exactly like saying cowsay, hello, world. So the output of the echo hello world becomes the input of the cowsay. Okay, now let's see a better use of piping. Let's talk about that command I said we're gonna learn about in this video. That command is fortune. Let's use it. I think it's installed in distributions, in different distributions, at least on Ubuntu-like ones by default, but even if it's not, you can just install it using sudo apt-get install and fortune. This is the command. So it's already installed on my operating system, so I'm gonna just get this. But if it's not installed on your OS, you're gonna see something different, and then it will be just installed. There's nothing, strange or tricky about it. Okay, let's type fortune and see what happens. Oh, it's now telling us an epigram. It says, expect a letter from a friend who will ask a favor of you. Okay, not good to know. Alright, so this is the fortune. And now, let's say we want the cow to tell us an epigram. So, yeah, you guessed it. All we have to do is just type the fortune and then pipe it. So it will give the output of fortune to the cowsay, and we just type here cowsay. And we have it. Now the cow is just telling us an epigram, like we wanted it to. Now that we are familiar with the concept of piping, we can move on to the end option. Alright, let's say, let's clear the terminal. Let's say we want to pipe something into cowsay, echo that has some, white spaces in it. Let's see what happens. So the cowsay just removes whatever white space it sees unnecessary. So what can we do? Well, there's one thing we can do is using the N option. So we write everything as we did before, and all we have to do, we give the N option to the cowsay, and that's it. So it's typing it exactly the way we wanted it to. Or in another example, we can just type this. Sometimes the output of fortune have new lines and white spaces, so it's useful to use the N option when we're piping the output of the fortune into cowsay. Or let's say if we get anything, for example, on the last line, if we didn't have that an option, we wouldn't get the this last line like this. It would have been brought closer to the rest of the text. So the final thing I'm going to talk about in this video will be the W option, the capital W, because as you remember, the lowercase w was used for was one of the cow modes, and it was giving the cow a wired state. Let's tell the cow to say something longer than what we've told it to say so far. For example, I'll say this is some long sentence. This tyrant is making me say, oh, boo-hoo. We can see that it's being printed on 2 lines. So it seems like there's a default line width. And yes, there is. The default length is 40 characters. And if you want to check and see if it's correct, we can just give the width of the line 40 characters. And we can see that the messages are being printed exactly the same. And the number of lines and the words on each line is exactly the same. So let's say we want the cow, we want it to be printed in a single line. All we have to do is increase the width of the line. And all I did was just using this W option, and then give it the value and place it after the cowsay command and before the message. And now we can press enter, and we can see that the entire message is being printed on a single line. If we want it to be printed on more than, we have a width limitation for whatever reason, we can just decrease the length, and we can see that the exact same message is being printed on a larger number of lines. Alright, that's it for this video. In the next video, we will be introducing the final, the one remaining option, the cowsay, which is the most interesting option. And one more thing we will be learning is how we can combine cowsay with other commands. Actually, we did a little bit of that in this video, but we're going to get a little more advanced there. And we're going to produce more complicated and more interesting pictures. Alright, if you like this video, don't forget to like, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, happy using Terminal.